Hello, this week in our course we're studying educational pathways in pharmacy, and one of those pathways are graduate research programs, typically students in a PhD type program. So I'm very happy to have in front of you today Chido Hambira, who is a current PhD student in medicinal chemistry at Ohio State University. So Chido, welcome to our course.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. And I just want to start off by asking you to just tell us a little bit about your background prior to coming into this program.
I came to the United States to pursue a degree in chemistry. So during that time I took a series of complementary math and science courses, and I also got an opportunity to explore other fields of research within chemistry. So upon completion of my undergraduate degree, I enrolled into the medicinal chemistry program here at the College of Pharmacy, where I'm currently a third-year graduate student.
Wonderful. And did you mention which undergraduate institution you attended?
I went to a small college in central Kentucky called Berea College.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you. So I'd like to ask you kind of two questions, and we'll start in a very general sense. I want to talk about just your general experiences of being a PhD student, and then we'll kind of drill down to more of the day-to-day stuff, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
So start off by, what's your general experience or impression of being a PhD student?
It's been challenging, but fun. I like a good challenge, so maybe that's where the fun comes into it for me. Because of my previous experience that I got in my undergraduate career, I had a bit of an idea of what the big picture of being a graduate student looked like, but I think I may have underestimated the amount of work that goes into it.
Yeah.
So that has been something I'm learning as I go along, and also really learning to appreciate the importance of relationships that you build throughout your professional career.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's something that is really coming to light now.
It's always important in no matter what pathway you take, relationships are what drive us. So it's hard work, and you maybe didn't have quite a good grasp of that before you came into it. You had some research experience which propelled you into it.
Right.
If we could think then about kind of a day-to-day basis, so when you come in to the university on a day, I'm sure each day may be different, but what do you typically do on a day-to-day basis?
So for my first 2 years, I was taking classes. So a typical day for me would look like attending my own classes, perhaps in the morning, and then depending on whether I had a teaching appointment or not, I would have some portion of my day devoted to my teaching assistant responsibilities. So that may have been grading, preparing for recitations, or having office hours where students can come in and I can help them with their coursework. And then the greater portion of the day would consist of me conducting my own research. So part of that would be perhaps reading through the literature, planning my experiments, and then actually performing the experiments in the lab.
Yeah. So it's a mixture of things.
It is a combination of different things. Yeah.
So you're teaching, you're meeting with students, you're taking your own classes,
Right.
and then you're doing your own research and your literature reviews. A lot of things to pack into.
Exactly. Yeah.
So Chido, you talked to us a little bit about your general experiences and your day-to-day work in the lab and the classroom and things. Can you just give us a real brief discussion of maybe a project you've done in the lab?
Okay, one of the projects I've worked on has been the design and synthesis of compounds that inhibit a pathway that is upregulated in cancer cells. So these compounds came from a lead, which was a natural product. So we simplified the natural product and designed compounds that were more active for the inhibition of this pathway in cancer cells.
Yeah, very interesting. So we've actually talked about pharmacognosy in our class. So you've been using pharmacognostic kind of procedures using a natural product, yes?
Yeah.
And later in the course, we're going to talk about drug discovery and development. So we'll learn what a lead compound is, and you've just kind of introduced that to us, so thank you. The next thing I'd like to ask you, Chido, is, do you have general advice for the people who are watching this video who may be thinking about going into a PhD program? You mentioned your work at Berea, and maybe you did some research there, which I'm presuming may have helped, but do you want to expand on that a little bit, or are there other pieces of advice you have for students who might want to follow the pathway you did?
Definitely, I think it helps to, in some way, get a sneak peek into what you think you would like to be a part of. So if you have an opportunity to be enrolled in some kind of internship or summer research program, that would really give you insight into what goes on behind the scenes, so to speak.
Yeah.
In addition, I think I was quite surprised when I was getting ready to go to graduate school at the different individual fields of research under the umbrella of pharmaceutical sciences.
Yeah.
So I think it really helps to even just do a quick research on the internet, find out really what encompasses pharmaceutical research, because there are many different fields. So you have a lot to choose from, really.
Yeah. So one of the things we're learning in the course are the different pharmaceutical disciplines. And,
Right.
you know, it's not academic, it's not trivial. These are things that we'll learn in a professional program or a research program, and could lead you down a career pathway. So that's good advice. But I like the advice of getting in a lab. You know, get some experience, right? It's really important. Everybody that I know that has followed the path you did, somewhere along the way, that's what they did. The last question I have for you, and maybe you may not be able to answer this question, but I'm wondering, you know, what are you thinking you're going to do with this PhD degree?
So one of the things I've actually really appreciated about being in this PhD program is that it's highlighted for me what my ultimate career goal is going to be. So through my teaching experiences here, I've actually found that I quite like it. So I would love to teach, become an independent researcher, have my own lab, and teach students.
Yeah, wonderful. And you're good at it. I've had you in several of my classes, so
No.
it's a good pathway for
I really hope so.
you. Well, thank you for being with us. Thank you for sharing your experiences with our students.
Of course, thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
And good luck to you.
All right.